Leo.
Hello, Leo, and Happy New Year 2016. Listen, we're going to be following Mars to see what your drive and your goals and your ambitions and what that can bring you as opportunities now in the coming year. And last year, 2015, pretty much you were really busy, active at looking at foreign countries. That was when Mars started out January of 2015, really wanting to change up things in your life. Some of you already started to make plans of change, whether foreign countries or also changing up what has to do with your education. Some of you wanted to start taking classes or doing deeper researches into other fields. And then, of course, this took a turn here as far as your career, looking into what you wanted to do with it. You also expanded your social networks throughout the year. You took a little step back there, summertime 2015, to just come out there towards the autumn, really feeling that you were fulfilling your needs, what was real to you and important to you. The personality, the inner I am, was starting now to blossom. Then Mars took a look at your financial situation, balancing that up. And here towards the end of 2015, that is exactly where it's looking at what values you're getting back for the expenses you're putting out, and then expanding your social network again, communicating, new people coming in. You're feeling very harmonious towards the end of 2015. Now this is where Mars is going to pick up January 2016. So here comes the forecast for the new year. Mars is going to finalize what it's been doing there towards the end of 2015. That is all about being out and about, to and fro, busy, hectic, perhaps in your everyday life. It's communicating. That's what the third house does best. So your energy has been pretty much at exploring your community, more so, should I say. Then Mars is going to dip into home and family, roots, the past, and so forth when Mars goes into your fourth house. This is going to be an extended journey. I can only tell you that much. Mars is going to move here January 4th and will, for the most part, spend its time there till July. So we're talking like a half a year, with the exception, Leo, when Mars is going to dip into your fifth house for a while. Actually, it's a little bit of a time, from March 7th to May 28th, where it will visit your fifth house for love and romance and self-expression, creativity, just having a lot of fun. So this is going to be a blessed time, but then it's going to move back into that fourth house till August the 8th. So by then you will have figured out the area where you're living, if this is what you want. Some of you are wanting to change it up. For others, it might just be changing up routines within the family structure and how to make that work for you. Now, Mars takes 2 years around the chart. So whatever you're looking at as far as your family or residence, this would be the time to do so, the first half year. So let's speak more so about what it's going to do in that fifth house for romance. Now, March 7th to May 28th, well, it is for you single Leos. You might just come to find that perfect person, maybe a soulmate if you're lucky. But it's all about you now focusing on your creativity, your skills, your talents. Allow this now to come out and forward. Why? Because it's going to be 2 more years before you're going to get the opportunity to allow this to shine the way they can do right now. So if you have any creative projects, March 7th through May 28th would be what to focus on. Now, also, it's the area of children. They might need you, or you might just be lucky to spend a whole lot more time with them in this period, and nothing could be more blessed than just that. And it will pick up speed again here after August 8th. So you have March 7th, May 28th. Then it's going to move back to family, just to make this pretty clear for you. And then after August 8th, yes, then it's going to stay there for a full month and work at how to catch up with and re-embrace those things that you started off their springtime, and you're heading into the autumn with all of this joy and playfulness. Now, coming into the latter part of autumn, Mars will now help you focus on getting your daily routines together, okay, so that you can become more efficient. It's also you looking at health matters and shoring that up. Are you getting the right nutrients? Are you working out enough? But also, it's your coworkers or people around you in your daily life might just be needing your attention a little bit more. And I see that it is a time for you to actually work on structuring so that you don't get overwhelmed and so that you can have a good area of workspace as you move ahead over the next couple of years. Coming into the very end of 2016, Mars will be first and foremost looking now at the structure of whatever relationship you have started or what you are in. That is for those of you in a committed relationship, as Mars is in your seventh house. It's more focused now on your partner or on vice versa. It's more getting on the same page, figuring out where do we go from here? How do we want to grow and expand our togetherness? It's anybody that you're working with closely one-on-one. You will see that those dynamics are really going to come to the forefront and play a big role, bringing you to the end of 2016, where Mars is going to end up looking at your overall financial situation, not your month to month, but your overall. It's more like looking at your savings. How are they doing? Do you need to put more aside? Do you need to speak with somebody, maybe an accountant, as far as placing money into your investment accounts? Are they paying off enough on interest and so forth? That kind of thing. Some of you may be already looking at your taxes, but this is where Mars has then completed its journey throughout this year. But we have a couple of other different placements that we really want to focus on to see how and where your life is going to expand for the most this year. So we're going to speak about Jupiter, your second house. It's expanding your income, looking at new ways to draw money to you. When Jupiter is in your second house, which happens 1 year every 12 years, this is where she's at. She is going to retrograde between January 8th and May 10th. So in this time period, it may not be the best of time to start anything new or purchase anything big. You may research, you may be looking at things, get all that done so you're ready to move after May 10th. But it will take until August 11th before Jupiter actually moves out of its shadow where it was January 8th. So you can see this as a long-term effect all the way from January through August 11th. But it's in this area where you can come to lay down a fantastic and solid formation for the next 12 years if you do it right, if you're paying attention. We also have 4 Mercury retrogrades, and just to, for a moment here, focus on retrogrades. And I know the stereotypical thing is people go, oh my God, I hate the retrogrades. Here comes delays and haywires and all those things. And sure, we can come to expect delays. The thing is, though, is to see it from a higher perspective, that delays are actually our friends. Why? Because they're helping us to slow down and look at those details that might have passed by while we were heading down that superhighway and we weren't looking at the side roads there. So there could have been past opportunities that may now come back to you at this time. It will give you more time to focus on getting your ducks all in a row to perfect what you were growing as you were moving forward. All right, so perfection is a good thing. It really gets everything lined up perfectly. And that first one starts here January 5th through January 25th. 1 degree in Aquarius means that retrograde is going to start off in the area of relationships. Then it's going to backtrack into the 6th house. So those 3 weeks, you're going to be looking at your daily routines. Do they work for you? Are you happy with the daily structure? Or do you want to change it up? And if so, this would be the window of opportunity to fix it. April 29th through May 23rd, 23 degrees Taurus for you, Leo, is your career house. This is going to slow you down enough to look at what can you achieve better if you focus. What can be communicated between you and your employer or your manager supervisor? What communication is taking place around you within your career? That is going to be the focus there of spring. The third of the Mercury retrogrades will take place August 31st through September 22nd. 29 degrees in Virgo, your second house, again, for money and income. This is going to allow you to kind of have Mercury vacuum clean, should I say. Go back over where Jupiter has been transiting. Maybe it left a few crumbs spread around. Mercury can pick up those crumbs to see if there's any hidden treasures here, whether there is past opportunities that you can now grab, look at, re-implement into your financial picture, and see how that can become a blessing for you. Now, the last is December 19th through January 8th, 2017. This is going to occur at 15 degrees in your sixth house of in the sign of Capricorn. Having it there, well, it pretty much is where you started off, top of the year of 2016. Revisiting this area, it will allow you a time to have a good overlook and a backflash of how much you have accomplished since top of the year and what you want to behold and keep. It's like holding a bouquet of flowers. We keep those that are beautiful, fresh and vibrant, but we weed out the ones that withered. Now, we always want to be good about weeding out the withered ones. It's like pruning a fruit tree back so it can carry better fruits. This is the true blessings of any retrograde that we have. And so that's going to allow you to kind of look back over your achievements and then set you up for the next coming year, 2017. So this is pretty much what we have here now for expectations of this year. I'm really excited to see what the Horoscopes are going to bring for you, which will be a totally different type of reading. And of course, now you might be a little excited to see what's going on with your partner, to see what he or she can come to expect in 2016. But I'd also like to say, because of Jupiter here is in such a good placement in your second house, in your solar scope, you might want to figure out where Jupiter is placed in your moon or your rising chart. Why? Because since Jupiter is that extravagant beneficiary, so generous, you want to see what other areas that Jupiter will be bestowing upon you here in the coming year. So listen, always, Leo, it's such a pleasure to speak with you. And of course, in the upcoming months, we'll do as always on a month-to-month basis. We're going to be looking at those transits and aspects and see what more they're going to be doing from one month to the other. So listen, have a wonderful new year. May it be a blessed one and fantastic for you.